You have the entire NBA media apologizing to the Miami Heat. And it's crazy because they laughed at Pat Riley. They said that Heat culture was dead. They said that he has Alzheimer's. They said that he needs to retire. They slandered Pat Riley. Nasty. They laughed when Jimmy Butler left. They said that we would be nothing without Jimmy Butler. They said that Wiggins should go to the Lakers and we should just take anything. They said Powell, nobody wanted him anyway. They forgot about him. They said Bam is soft. Tyler Hero shouldn't get paid. They diminished us. They disrespected us. They said that Heat culture was over. And now you have the entire NBA shocked, surprised, and they're all apologizing. So Kendrick Perkins on the Miami Heat. Did they surprise me with the start of the season? Yes. Now, am I going to overreact to them beating the Cavs? Absolutely not, because I don't trust the Cleveland. And I don't trust nothing about the Cavs. Nothing. And that's why I say the East is wide open. But I will say, the Miami Heat, I apologize. I do apologize in this early part of the season. But as my guy Richard says, it's 82 games to be played. However, if you're telling me that if any other team lost their starting shooting guard in Tyler Hero and their starting power forward and Bam Adebayo, they're tanking the season. We all know that. To start the season, we don't have Tyler Hero. And then after that, our defensive anchor, our two-way player, our best player on the team goes down. And we're still able to be 7-4. If we had Tyler and Bam, we would be undefeated. Khalil Ware, he's definitely stepped up. Jovic has stepped up. Powell and Wiggins, they're playing phenomenal right now. They're playing great basketball.
Are you ready to admit that this Heat roster is not trash? Or is it too early still? Is it too early still?
Did I said they were trash?
People have been keeping receipts.
You know what? Look, they're not trash. Are they going to be in the middle of the pack? Yes. Do I expect them to win the East? No. Do I think they have a hell of a coaching staff? Absolutely. Did they surprise me with the start of the season? Yes. Am I going to overreact to them beating the Cavs? Absolutely not, because I don't fucking trust Cleveland. I don't trust nothing about the Cavs, nothing about them. That's why I say the East is wide open, but I will say to the Miami Heat, I apologize, right? I do apologize in this early part of the season, but as my guy Richard say, it's 82 games to be played. You know what I'm saying? But they got a new offensive system in there, right? Tyler Hero's going to make them stronger, obviously without Bam. This was more about Cleveland and a horrible damn loss and them being inconsistent. You know what? I don't want to hear shit else from the Cavs. Nothing else. I don't want to. No, seriously. I don't want to talk about them. None of that. I don't want to hear they sweet nothings about nothing. I don't want to hear about how they was disappointed all summer. I don't want to hear none of.
See, now you guys got on me in the comments saying, well, why are you talking about trades? It's not me. Zac Lowe now is saying that the Miami Heat need Anthony Davis. We absolutely don't. He is Terry Claus. He's made out of glass. He's gained 300 pounds. Look how fat AD is. You have his stomach going one way and his ass going another way. He's at least 300 pounds. He is out of shape and overweight from all them burgers and shakes that he's been eating. So he says, I keep seeing Miami brought up as a suitor for Anthony Davis. The way the math works is Rozier plus one of Hero, Powell, or Wiggins. Why do they keep on putting Rozier in trades when he's under a federal indictment? I don't understand why. We're not trading Tyler Hero, we're not trading Powell, and we're not trading Wiggins. I'm sorry. Then he says, obviously, if I'm Dallas, I want Ware. Well, we already have our own Anthony Davis at home, and it's going to be Khalil Ware. Despite the fact that I already have centers and or picks, and the Heat have a couple of picks to trade. And you know how hard it is for the Miami Heat to get picks? We are never getting off of our first-round picks, especially for Anthony Davis.
I keep seeing Miami brought up. I guess because you just have to bring them up. The way the math works there is Rozier, currently embroiled in stuff, plus pick one of Tyler Hero, currently injured and extension eligible in his own right. Norman Powell, back healthy, playing his butt off. Or Andrew Wiggins, having maybe the best season of his career, even including the Golden State All-Star season, pretty close to it anyway. So one of those three plus Rozier. Obviously, if I'm Dallas, I want Ware, despite the fact that I already have centers and or picks, and the Heat have a couple of picks to trade. You know, do you want Ware?
What about Dallas's, like, should you be thinking about the 4s and 5s that are already there, or are we just assuming that we're going to be wiping the dry erase board?
I can move pieces around. If he's got trade value, bring him to me. And
Plus, Anthony Davis has to wear goggles for the rest of his career. He is absolutely broken down and brittled. And to be honest, I would have loved AD and Bam together. I think that would have been 10 championships right there. But those days are over. So Zac Lowe lists AD to Miami trade package, but unsure if the Heat would do it, and which we would absolutely not do it. If I'm the Heat, AD and Bam is interesting fit. And obviously Team USA teammates. Definitely they'd be awesome. And I don't know how AD fits their offensive system, which he doesn't. I do know Norman Powell fits the system well and is eligible for a contract extension and makes much less than AD, and Andrew Wiggins is playing great. We are not moving anyone. I told you guys from the beginning of the season, Wiggins, Powell, Bam, Tyler, and these role players, they're going to be phenomenal. The East is wide open, like Perkins said. We are going to the Eastern Conference. We are going to the NBA Finals, and we are winning the chip this season. As long as we stay healthy, as long as this offense keeps humming, this Miami Heat team is nothing to be played with.
like AD and Bam is an interesting fit. Obviously, defensively, you know, Team USA teammates. Defensively, they'd be awesome. I don't know how AD fits the offensive system that they're running this year. Just so fast, crazy off the dribble driving, just crazy number one in pace. But the talent is the talent. I do know, like, Norm Powell fits the system really well and is eligible for a contract extension, and it will make much less money than Anthony Davis. And Andrew Wiggins is playing great. Miami takes a look at everything. I don't know that that's a particularly enticing package if I'm the Mavericks. Again, I just don't know where the crazy...
We beat the Cleveland Cavaliers so bad. Tonight, nobody is playing. So Darius Garland, he's out with his toe. Donovan Mitchell out for rest. Mobley out for rest. Max Strus is out with his foot. Jalen Tyson, concussion, out. And Larry Nance Jr. knee is questionable. So they're pretty much sitting everybody. The Miami Heat have to continue to handle business. It doesn't matter who's playing in front of them. It doesn't matter who's out, who wants to get rest. We have to take advantage of these games. These are the games that you have to win. Yova said it the other day. If you're a mediocre team, you lose these games. But we're a championship team. We have to take advantage. If you're telling me that we're going to be able to get 2 wins off of Cleveland in the Eastern Conference, that's very important, especially when you get down to the end of the season where every single game matters. Every matchup that you played, every single minute counts. Because when it comes to the playoffs, we want home court. I honestly think this Miami Heat team can not even only be a top 5 team, but a top 3 team, especially with Darius Garland being out. Giannis doesn't want to be on the Bucks. Paul George and the 76ers, as well as Joel Embiid, they're supposed to come back, but we all know they're fraudulent. The Orlando Magic, they're fraudulent. All these teams, I don't trust any of these teams. The Miami Heat are the best team in the Eastern Conference. Yeah, there's the Pistons and all these other young teams, but they have no experience whatsoever. Our team is full of champions, veterans, leaders, scorers, defenders, and a bunch of experience, and we have the best coach in the NBA. But listen to how these Cleveland reporters were crying because the Miami Heat beat them.
In this case, the end of the game, there's 0.4 seconds left. I know Donovan Mitchell has decent length for a guard his size, but why isn't Jared Allen in the game pressuring the inbounds pass? Is there something I don't know about?
I acquiesce to you,
like,
friend.
I know Jared Allen was benched in the fourth quarter. And he's been benched in a lot of fourth quarters this year. I think he's only playing like 3 minutes a game in the fourth quarter. I do not understand their alignment. I don't understand who's out there. I don't understand why they're not switching. And in the end, this looks like varsity running an inbounds play against JV, that they could get that kind of a game winner. Made no sense. Dean Wade chases, who was that? Was it Davion Mitchell through the screen?
Yes.
And then Jaquez takes Mobley out to the three-point line, and nobody went with Wiggins inside.
It's bad.
I do not understand what they were attempting to accomplish there.
It's very ugly and very embarrassing.
Why aren't they switching those screens, and why isn't Jared Allen pressuring the ball on the inbounds?
Since Tyler and Bam are out, I'm going to continue to need Powell, Wiggins, Khalil Ware, Jovic, Jaime, Drew Smith, Fontecchio, everyone, Pillar Larson. They all need to be able to hold it down. To be honest, this is great that Bam Adebayo can get some rest. Tyler Hero is resting up. I still think that we're going to have the 6th man of the year and the most improved in Jaime. We're going to have 2 All-Stars and Bam Adebayo and Norman Powell, Coach of the Year with Eric Spoelstra, a championship. This is going to be a great Miami Heat season. Let's go Heat.